Let's be honest, we've all been there. We're curious about joining a Minecraft SMP, so let's just search this up and oh my. Welcome back everyone to another video. You guys liked the last one in this format, so I figured I'd do another one. So this video is going to dive into a topic that I kind of wanted to talk about for a bit now. I have a long history of being in content creation SMPs. Some other people have made videos on this, so if I remember which ones I watched that got me to make this one, I'll link them in the description. Without further ado, let's get into the first topic, which is the rise of SMPs. So as long as you haven't been living under a rock and you follow any bit of the Minecraft scene on YouTube, you've probably noticed the explosion of SMP content. It's like every single time you go and you look for SMP content, there's a new SMP just on the block, just right there. Every YouTuber wants to make their mark with SMP content. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not really against people starting their own SMPs and making content on that. Kudos to anyone who can get an SMP running and manage it properly, because it's a lot harder than it looks. But it just feels like every single time there's a new SMP, it's either the same style, and even if there's a twist, the twist is like the same thing. And I have to admit, I'm pretty guilty of this too. SMPs have been around for a long time, and there's been a lot of very popular and inspiring SMPs that have left their mark on a landscape. Lots of people have already talked about the history of SMPs in their videos, so I don't want to go too far into it. But after the rise of Minecraft and then Hermitcraft, you had other classic modded SMPs popping up. And yeah, these types of like survival multiplayer content with a bunch of creators collabing together that people would not normally see collab together just really brought up the landscape originally. So this is where we get to the impact of lifesteal. Lifesteal is a Minecraft SMP you might have heard of before. It popped up a couple of years ago. A lot of YouTubers who had just gained a bunch of popularity joining this server, so the server quickly gained a ton of relevance. And what made this server extremely popular was its unique twist that no one had done before. Everyone knows the lifesteal twist, so I won't explain it. And that kind of contributed to the oversaturated landscape we're in today, where whenever you look for a new SMP to join, half of them have some sort of twist, and their logo looks almost exactly like lifesteal. And you know, that's great. Variety is always great for the Minecraft scene, especially for SMPs. But when you hit a point where almost every SMP is hard to differentiate, and they all have the same editing style, they have the same thumbnail style, and their logos all look the same, it kind of just gets a little oversaturated and annoying. And you know, because I've already gone completely off my script that I originally wrote, I don't have a great transition, so the next thing I want to talk about is the impact of Green's Life series. Green's Life series included the likes of Third Life, Last Life, Double Life, etc. Hardcore survival has always been popular since like 2019, so that in of itself, a hardcore SMP, wasn't much of a twist. Where everything really went great for Green's Life series was the twist they added on top of hardcore, is what you'd thought I'd say, but no. Instead, one thing people don't really mention about Green's Life series, and one thing a lot of the knockoffs I think don't get very well, is the chemistry. I think the biggest reason Green's Life series was so big on the SMP scene is not because of the twist that Green had. I mean, the twist definitely helped encourage the chemistry that the players had, but the biggest part I think to me about Green's Life series was definitely just the chemistry among the members. The like narrative driven, high stakes gameplay that they had with their chemistry captivated almost every single audience member. As a lot of other people have put it, it was like a TV show. But what I was trying to get to is that while Green's Life series had a big positive impact on SMPs, one thing that it did eventually end up doing was cause an even bigger flood and oversaturation of SMPs that were all trying to have these twists and be super unique. And being super unique brings me on to the Bedrock Edition scene. While Java gets a lot of the spotlight on SMP stuff, the Bedrock community has also been growing and innovating. All of these SMP videos I've watched never really talk about Bedrock Edition. Running a Bedrock Edition SMP is a lot harder than Java because, well, Bedrock is just the buggier version, so it can be a lot more frustrating. And at the same time, Bedrock Edition is a lot less popular in content creation, but that doesn't mean that Bedrock Edition SMPs haven't been innovating in their own light. Bedrock Edition SMPs such as Truly Bedrock have shown that amazing collaborative Minecraft content is not just exclusive to Java Edition, and it can be done and replicated on Bedrock Bedrock to a great success that doesn't just feel like it's contributing to the flood of content. And I honestly think, as a Bedrock player myself, the cross-platform compatibility that Bedrock has can really create some great content, because you can have an SMP, a content creation SMP, where you have someone playing on their phone, someone playing on their iPad, someone playing on their Android tablet, someone playing on their PlayStation, someone playing on their Xbox, someone playing on their Switch, and everyone will be different. I honestly feel like the Bedrock Edition scene is the most underrated scene. There needs to be more SMPs in that scene. And while this inclusivity of Bedrock is fantastic, that also leads to Bedrock Edition also being overpopulated. The only difference is with Java's overpopulation, there's some quality control, but it feels like with Bedrock having the younger audience that it does, there's even less quality control with Bedrock. It's more than just like knockoff SMPs on Bedrock Edition. There are a ton of SMPs that are just ran by kids and children trying to get people to join their realm. People who just don't act as mature as the Java Edition player base, which is unfortunate because Bedrock, as I said, has some great features and compatibility that would be amazing for the Bedrock Edition content creation SMP space. And I would honestly say that it could have more potential than Java if the Bedrock Edition scene wasn't limited so much. And this inclusivity and rise of SMP stuff sort of brings me into the pressure. So when I say the pressure, I mean the pressure to join in. One of the main reasons these small SMPs continually die out like the way they do, where they pop up and then disappear, then pop up and then disappear, because every single Minecraft content creator nowadays feels like they have to join an SMP. They have to create one, or they have to join one, or they have to just be a part of one. You don't. Being in an SMP is sort of seen as a rite of passage for content creators on YouTube, but it is not. In fact, I would honestly suggest those of you who are growing your channel to not grow your channel with an SMP, because you are limiting yourself a lot that way. SMPs just don't have as much of a reach as you would think, and the better way to grow your channel would be other content. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in an SMP, they're great, but from my own personal experience and the experience I've seen of others, you don't join an SMP to grow your channel. You join an SMP because you want to play with others. If it doesn't align with your interests or strengths, you don't have to conform to the trends of joining these SMPs. Honestly, this is gonna sound super cliche, but I think it's crucial to find support niches that resonate with you. Ooh, some big words there I had in my little script. Basically, I'm saying that if you're into technical Minecraft, redstone builds, or adventure maps, there's a place in the community for you. It doesn't have to be an SMP. You can be in an SMP if you'd like, but don't feel like you have to join one specifically because of that. The same goes for PvP and just all the other types of content. By focusing on what you truly enjoy, you're more likely to create content that doesn't contribute to the flood we have seen. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you important news. Speaking of finding your niche, I'm excited to announce that the Minecraft Bedrock Edition content creator SMP that I'm a part of has opened up applications. If you'd like to be part of a Minecraft Bedrock Edition content creator SMP, then give us a try. The link will be at the top of the description to join our Discord. Foundations SMP prides itself on being genuine and communicating with everyone. Everyone votes for everything. No one person owns the server, we all run it together. We're just a purely vanilla SMP, we don't have any big twists, we're just here to have fun. So if you're looking for a place to have fun and make content with us, then go check us out in the description. And yeah, I know I just kept rambling on for this video, and the script wasn't nearly as good as my motivated tips videos, and that's because I kind of went off script at the very beginning. If you made it this far into the video, can you answer my question? What do you think of the current state of Minecraft SMPs on YouTube? Comment SMP overload if you made it this far into the video. And that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.